A lot of Americans don't feel awake until the first sip of coffee, but not all quick cups deliver. So I brewed, tasted, and ranked 40 widely available unflavored K cups to find which ones deserve a spot in your morning and which ones belong in the back of the pantry. Think of this as your no-nonsense shortcut to better daily coffee. The best you can grab at a national grocer or Keurig site without hunting specialty roasters or chasing limited releases. Rules and procedure: I tested only commercial, nationally available, unflavored K-Cups, no refillable pods or flavored options. Every pod was brewed hot on the same Keurig K-Supreme, multi-stream, using the same water volume. Tasted black for consistency. Standouts were retasted head-to-head to set final positions. No strict style scoring. I ranked by overall drinkability, balance, flavor clarity, body, finish, and how much I'd actually want a second cup. Number 40, Tully's Italian Roast, a clinic in why some ultra-dark roasts struggle. The aroma leads with scorched smoke and a sour, tangy edge, then the sip dives into burnt toast, ashy char, and oversteeped tea astringency that dries your palate with every swallow. Any sweetness or origin character is buried beneath the roast. As it cools, the bitterness compounds, turning an already fatiguing cup into a chore. If you like complexity or balance, this isn't it. Number 39, Folgers Classic Roast. Nostalgia meets thin reality, a faint suggestion of roast and smoke on the nose, followed by a watery, papery sip that tastes like coffee left on the hot plate for hours. The body is skeletal, the bitterness is sharp rather than pleasant, and there's no sweetness to round anything off. A whisper of burnt nuttiness fades into a cardboardy aftertaste. It's coffee adjacent, not coffee you'll look forward to. Number 38, Great Value Classic Roast. The aroma teases caramel and a little campfire, but the flavor swerves hard into aggressive bitterness, charcoal, blackened toast, and a drying finish that scrubs the tongue. Whatever the nose promises is washed out by the palate's hard edge and hollow mid-body. If budget is the goal, there are better cheap cups that don't taste this punished by heat. Number 37, Green Mountain Sumatra Reserve. Earthy Indonesian beans can be wonderful, but here the dark roast overruns the varietal character. You get generic dark chocolate and singed wood on the nose, then a dry bitter sip with rough woody tannin, and a palate-coating astringency that intensifies as it cools. The origin's depth is lost, what remains is blunt roast without nuance. Number 36, Dunkin Espresso Style. Extra dark roast, intensely aromatic with wood fire smoke and a resinous sweetness, yet the flavor lands like a sledgehammer of bitterness. The syrupy texture coats your mouth, but mostly with char and bite rather than body and depth. As a base for a milky drink, maybe. As a straight cup, it keeps shouting for sugar and cream. Balance is the missing ingredient. Number 35, Green Mountain French Roast. Big smoke, woodpile, and burnt caramel on the nose, then a resinous, slightly piney palate whose proportions feel off. There's bitterness without the cushioning sweetness, and a faint raspberry note that never integrates. The result reads more acrid than assertive. Dark roast lovers have better options later in this list. Number 34, Krispy Kreme Classic. Pleasant sniff of roast, nuttiness, and a wisp of smoke, but the cup itself is whisper quiet. Thin body, low flavor density, and a simple, slightly pine-tinged finish that vanishes mid-sip. Approachable to a fault. If you add lots of creamer, you won't notice it. If you drink black, you'll want more presence. Number 33, Maxwell House Blend. Hazelnut and pepper ride over a rain-on-warm pavement earthiness with a helpful touch of sweetness. Then a faint metallic twang creeps in and undercuts the charm. It's serviceable and certainly better than Folgers Classic, but the aftertaste nags and the mid-palate feels unfocused. A passable emergency cup, not a daily driver. Number 32, the original Donut Shop Dark Roast. Molasses and fruit jam give hope, and the texture is fuller than the regular version, but the finish slides into singed bitterness that dries and lingers. The front half is fine, the back half undoes it. With a sweet pastry beside it, it's tolerable. On its own, it trends harsh. Number 31, Green Mountain Breakfast Blend. Light roast, light everything. A hint of hazelnut and maple on the aroma, then a muted sip that's gentle, clean, and instantly forgettable. Zero bitterness, but also minimal character. It tastes designed to offend no one and excite no one. If coffee-flavored hot water is a style, this is its mascot. Number 30, Newman's Own French Roast. Cookie edge sweetness and wood char draw you in, but the smoke quickly turns acrid with a touch of ashtray. Dark chocolate and burnt brownie pan show up on the palate alongside a musty undertone. There are good parts here, just drowned by scorch. A notch gentler and it might land much higher. Number 29, Community Coffee American Classic. Lightly molasses-tinged aroma and a malty echo suggest potential. The sip is dry, woody, and easy enough to drink but never plants a flag. Think inoffensive drip from a diner that cleans its pots. Simple, steady, and shy. If you prize neutrality, this fits. If you want personality, keep climbing. Number 28, The Original Donut Shop. Regular cocoa powder, roasted nuts, and a hint of buttered toast set up a quintessential middle-of-the-road cup. Mild caramel, mild char, mild bitterness, mildly thin body, and a finish drifting toward faintly burnt. It's the archetypal starter K-cup, fine when you don't want to think about it. Number 27, Newman's Own Special Blend. Molasses cookie, baking spice, and assertive roast announce themselves. Then the profile pushes too far into charred cinnamon stick and bitter edges. A touch of Venus fruit is interesting, but a drying finish steals the spotlight. If they dialed the roast back 10%, this could sing. Number 26, Starbucks Veranda Blend. For Starbucks, a blonde still means noticeable roast. Here it leans bready, pastry-like, and higher in acidity. The nose is muted but pleasant. The sip offers bread crust, light wood, and a citrusy lift with a clean finish. Mellow fans will appreciate it. Seekers of depth will wish for more mid-palate weight. Number 25, Green Mountain. Columbia Select. Caramel, roasted nuts, and milk chocolate define a friendly, good baseline cup. It's balanced and clean with quick flavor turnover and little aftertaste. Not a bad choice when it's on sale in a variety box. Just don't expect it to become your favorite. Number 24, McCafe Breakfast Blend. Sweet caramel and a whisper of char on the nose, then floral vanilla lift and gentle bitterness in the sip. The body is light, the profile neutral pleasant, and the finish tidy. A surprisingly competent, no-drama morning cup that plays nice with or without milk. Number 23, Caribou Coffee Daybreak. Blend citrus zest, florals, and almond make an interesting first impression. In the cup, you get lemony brightness, green tea herbality, delicate caramel, and higher acidity. It's lively but can feel disjointed and a touch drying. Fans of bright, tea-like coffees will click with it. Others might prefer Caribou's darker flagship. Number 22, Folgers Black Silk, a genuine Folgers plot twist, brown sugar, molasses cookie, and dark chocolate buffered by sweetness that reigns in the roast. It's still a straightforward dark cup, but it tastes more composed and less singed than the brand's classic roast. If you must choose Folgers in a pod, choose this. Number 21, Community Coffee Signature Blend, char, black pepper earth, and deeply caramelized sugar. Deliver an old-school dark roast that avoids the acrid cliff. Slight resin go mint peeks in. Dark chocolate carries the core, and the bitterness stays within bounds. Solid, familiar, and better than the label's lighter entry. Number 20, Starbucks Sumatra, the Starbucks Dark Signature, deep char, burnt marshmallow, and cardamom-like spice, shows up in a syrupy, bittersweet sip with wood smoke, molasses, and moderate astringency. Best in smaller doses or with something sweet alongside. When you're in a big dark cup mood, it satisfies. Number 19, McCafe Premium Roast. Nutty milk chocolate and caramel on the nose. The sip brings soft florals, gentle roast, and a balanced sweetness-bitterness line. There's a faint staleness if you nurse it long, but for an everyday, accessible medium, it over-delivers its branding, quietly capable. Number 18, Peet's House Blend. Sweet smoke, brown sugar, hazelnut, and a sprinkle of cinnamon meet a smooth, slightly dry finish. Toffee and soft char keep it grounded, and Peet's typical polish is evident even when it isn't flashy. a safe house choice for households with mixed preferences. Number 17, 8 o'clock, the original, the bakery case in a cup, pastry sweetness on the nose, then milk chocolate, brown sugar, and a gentle oak char echo in the sip. It skews a touch sweet for a black coffee, which many will love, and it's consistent from hot to cool. Classic value done right. Number 16, Green Mountain Costa Rica Paraíso. Dark chocolate comes with sweet orange, coconut hints, and light florals on the nose. The sip is lighter bodied, a bit nutty, and slightly bitter with an interesting split between aroma and palate. Quirky in a good way, offering something different without veering weird. Number 15, Peet's Major Dickinson's Blend. A beloved classic that balances clean dark chocolate roast, a whisper of anise, and a creamy, almost gelato-like mouthfeel. As it cools, cinnamon brown sugar notes bloom, evoking coffee ice cream. A dark roast for people who want plush, not punishing. Number 14, Dunkin Midnight. Smoky, woody, and bold with very dark chocolate at center and a coconut-like accent. It rides the line of too bitter, but holds on to flavor density and a satisfying, slightly syrupy body. Pair it with a pastry and it pops. Drink it solo if you like your coffee assertive. Number 13, Green Mountain Nantucket Blend. Caramel, light smoke, and a brownie edge vibe deliver a balanced, approachable cup that's easy to drink daily. A gentle char adds backbone without harshness, and milk chocolate peeks through as it cools. It won't dazzle, but it reliably pleases. Number 12, Starbucks Pike Place Roast. Starbucks' best mainstream K-Cup. Graham cracker cinnamon, dark chocolate, and a controlled just this side of burnt profile that reads as pleasantly bittersweet. Think coffee cake memory in cup form. When you want the Starbucks taste without the cafe line, this scratches the itch. Number 11, Tully's Hawaiian Blend. Florals, citrus, and mineral notes meet a clean, crisp roast and a subtly savory undertone. The sip is naturally dry, not astringent, slightly metallic in a way some find mineral bright and refreshingly unsweet, an intriguing, more adult profile that stands apart from the pack. Number 10, Green Mountain Dark Magic. Sweet wood smoke, brown sugar, buttered toast, and dark berry jam on the nose set up a rich dark roast that manages its bitterness well. Dark chocolate anchors the sip, while raspberry blackberry thread through, finishing with modest astringency. One of Green Mountain's most balanced dark offerings. Number 9, Laughing Man Columbia. Huila, bold roast with umami hints, graham cracker, and a bay leaf whisper on the aroma. In the cup, it's 90% cacao chocolate, deep char, and a ribbon of vinous dark fruit. It's decisive and layered rather than merely burnt. If you like your coffee big but complex, this is a winner. Number 8, Peet's Cafe Domingo. Pecan praline aromas flow into toffee, brown butter cookie notes, and silky texture. Sweet leaning for a black coffee, but impeccably clean, with low bitterness and a soft, semi-dry finish. A universal crowd pleaser. Serve it to a table of mixed tastes and watch heads nod. Number 7, Green Mountain Vermont Country Blend. Caramel, cinnamon sugar, and milk chocolate shape a pastry-like profile with minimal roast bite. It's sweeter leaning than Nantucket and more assertive in flavor with a cozy bakery case personality. If comfort is your North Star, this delivers. Number 6, 8 o'clock 100% Colombian Peaks. Hazelnut and milk chocolate lead supported by floral mineral lift and a crisp, tidy finish. Light body, clean lines, and clarity of flavor make it feel more premium than its price. A terrific weekday staple that stays interesting. Number 5, Dunkin Original, concentrated and satisfying. Molasses, dark fruit, brown sugar, and sweet smoke in a slightly syrupy body that evokes a good diner drip at peak freshness. Bittersweet and bold without turning mean. It takes milk well but doesn't need it. No surprise the loyalists are loyal. Number 4, Caribou Blend. Roasted nuts, cinnamon sugar, and a touch of cherry plum deliver balance, low bitterness, and easy repeatability. It feels centered, rich enough for dark leaners, gentle enough for light fans. If you're brewing for everyone and want zero complaints, start here. Number 3, Laughing Man Ducales Blend. Chocolate, florals, and stone fruit on the nose. a graceful, lighter sip with berry highlights and a tidy 70% cacao afterglow. It's elegant rather than loud, showing nuance and origin character rare in mainstream pods. A great gateway into more complex coffees. Number 2, Green Mountain Ethiopia Supreme. Bright, floral, and citrus forward with milk chocolate and mineral snap. Lightly roasted nuts carry the mid-palate, and the whole experience feels sunny and refreshing. It's the clearest expression of origin on this list, and proof a K-Cup can taste lively and modern. Number 1, Peet's Big Bang. Caramel and roasted nuts set the stage, then an eye-opening pop of citrus and juicy stone fruit, think peach meets pastry, rides over crisp roast and gentle integrated bitterness. It's unique without being weird, approachable without being boring, and the one pod that made me immediately consider a bulk buy. If you want a "this is different and delicious" moment from a Keurig, this is your champion.